What is true creativity? And how is it different from that which is celebrated in popular culture? What is true creativity? And how is it different from that which is celebrated in popular culture? What is generally called creativity is mostly man-made. Painting, music, literature, both romantic and factual, all the architecture, the marvelous technology, and all those who are involved in all this, the painters, the writers, the poets, the philosophical writers, probably consider themselves as creative. And we all seem to agree with them. That's the popular idea of what is a creative person. We agree to that. I think we all see that all man-made things, most beautiful, the great cathedrals, temples, and Islamic mosques are extraordinary. Some of them are extraordinarily beautiful. I don't know if you have seen them. And if you have, they are really marvelous. And the people who built these were anonymous. We don't know who built them. They are only concerned with building, writing, the Bible, all that. Nobody knows who wrote them. But now, with us, anonymity is almost gone. And perhaps with anonymity there is a different kind of creativity. It's not based on success, money, and 28 million books sold in 10 years and so on and so on. The speaker himself at one time tried anonymity. Because the speaker doesn't like all this fuss and nonsense. He tried to talk behind a curtain. And it became rather absurd. So anonymity has great importance. In that there is a different quality, this personal motive doesn't exist. The personal attitudes and personal opinions, it is a feeling of freedom from which you are acting. But most creativity, as we call it, is man-made. That is, this creation takes from the known. Right? The known. the great musicians, Beethoven, Bach, and so on. It is from the known they act. And the writers, philosophers, and so on, also have read, accumulated, developed their own style, and so on, always moving or acting or writing from that which has been accumulated known. And this we call generally creativity. Now is that really creative? Please, let's talk about it. Or is there a different kind of creativity which is born out of the freedom from the known? You understand? Because when we paint, write, create a marvelous structure out of stone, it is the accumulated knowledge, whether in the scientific field or in the world of art, human art. There is always this sense of carrying from the past to the present, or sudden or imagination, romantic, factual, modeling, and so on. Is their creativity something totally different from this activity that we call generally creativity? We're asking, I think it's a rather important question to go into, if you are willing, whether there is an action, there is a living, there is a movement which is not from the known. That is there a creation from a mind that is not burdened from all the turmoils of life, from all the social pressures, economic and so on. Is there a creation out of a mind that has freed itself from the known? And it can then use memory. You understand? Knowledge. But we start with knowledge, and that we call creative. But we are suggesting that there is a creativity which is not born out of the known. When that creative impulse or movement takes place, it can then use the known, but not the other way around. I don't know if you're following what I'm saying. You, if you don't mind sometime, try or be in a, find out whether the mind can ever be free from the known. The known being all the accumulated experience, remembrance, the knowledge that one has acquired, the impressions and so on, whether the mind can be free from all that. And in that very state of mind, creation as we know it may not be necessary. You understand? A man who has a talent for writing feels he must express himself. He develops his own style. The way he writes, Keats, Eliot, and so on, and the others, they have this impulse to write, fulfill, create. Perhaps their own lives are rather not all that beautiful. Michelangelo, Raffaello, and all those people. Sorry to quote these names. I'm not learned, but I visited many museums when I was young. I was pushed into all that. And the remnants of all that remains. And I've talked to a great many artists, writers, friends, and so on. It seems to that all our creation in the scientific world, in all human art, it is always from a point, from a talent, from a gift. And that gift is exploited to its fullest extent. Like a musician who has a gift, a prodigy. He, becomes tremendously important. And we, common people, admire all that and wish we had some of that. As we haven't got it, we run after them. We almost worship them. The conductors, the gate that goes on. And when you begin to question what is created, as the questioner is asking, is it something totally different, which I think we all can have? Not the specialists, not the professionals, not the talented, gifted. I think we can all have this extraordinary mind that is really free from all the burden which man has imposed upon himself, created for himself. And then out of that sane, rational, healthy life, something totally different comes. And that may be not necessarily be expressed as in painting, architecture. What should you follow? You, if you are gone into this fairly deeply, and I hope you will, you will find out that there is a state of mind which actually has no experience whatsoever. Because experience implies a mind that is still groping, asking, seeking, and therefore struggling in darkness and wanting to go beyond it. But a mind that is very clear, not confused, has no conflict, has no problem, has no problem. You can. Such a mind it's no need to express talk. I'm talking, sorry. The speaker is talking not because he wants to impress you or anything of that kind, which is too silly, or persuade you to certain attitudes and opinions and judgments. It's a kind of friendly communication with two people who are concerned with all this enormous, complex life, who haven't found a complete, total answer to all this. And there is a complete and total answer if we apply our minds, our hearts to this. So there is a creativity which is not man-made. Don't please say that's God-made. That has no meaning either. Because if our own minds are extraordinarily clear, without a shadow of conflict, then out of that mind is really in a state of creation, which needs no expression, no fulfillment, or all that publicity and nonsense.